sunk an enemy destroyer.
Hey team, this is Ripper here. You guys are doing fantastic today. Got a fun video with the Cassard, and the title of the video it speaks for itself. Basically, whatever happened to Cassard, because I really don't see many people, if any, besides me, playing it. Because I've been playing a lot of games, and I have yet to see a Cassard, and since its release, I haven't seen really many people playing it. Taking a look at a lot of super ships in this random battle. We're just playing randoms here, just taking it out for a little test run, playing it around, see how it works. And yeah, but as always, before we begin, like, subscribe, bell button below. Appreciate it. All the supporters of the channel. If you see value in what we're doing here, which is basically learning how to sail ships, shoot ships, have fun, learning about techniques, tactics, and procedures, and making friends at the same time and having a blast doing it, hey, then smash that like button below, leave a comment, and bring up discussion in the community, and always be kind about it. You know, we're always about being the best we can here to make this a better community, a better place. So let's get right to it. So the Cassard, whatever, tier 10. French destroyer. If I had to sum this up, TLDR, if I had to sum this ship up, what is this thing? Essentially, it's like a French gearing without slash yo-yang without smoke. Well, why do I say that? Well, because basically it's focused on torpedoes. It's the French line of torpedo destroyers, which that's how it was marketed when it first came out, right? And why is this thing so good for the torpedoes? I mean, look at it. It's a 90-second relive you build for it, 13.5 kilometer range, which is not too much gearing range, but it also is like yo-yang range. And it's kind of, the damage is pretty significant, 24,267, and the speed is 76 knots, so not a little bit better than gearing, but not necessarily Holland speeds. And it's a 7.47 reaction time. So 7-second reaction time is about the standard I've seen for torpedoes, right? But they do a really cool, I would say, a lot of damage for some dang reason. I mean, these are progressive torpedoes. And if you don't understand what that is, essentially the gimmick is the further out so when you launch the torpedo, starting around 8 kilometers, that's when the damage starts going down. So it does maximum damage up until 8 kilometers. And then as 8 kilometers, 8.1 and 8.2 and 8.3, as it progresses down that line of travel, you can think of it as time. Like after so much ticks of time that it has gone by, the damage goes a little bit lower. So it doesn't inflict as the maximum damage actually it could out to maximum range. So 13.5 kilometers, it's doing the least amount of damage that it can do. That, again, that's the way I was explained to it from all you guys out there, and thank you very much for helping me understand that. But that's the gist of it. And if you want to go in the math, you can go Google it and figure it out, but it's pretty straightforward. The closer you are, the more damage you can do. The further the torpedoes travel, basically all the way to their maximum distance, it does the least amount of damage, right? So that's the gimmick right there. Now notice the torpedo angles are pretty decent. They're not bad. And you can see what I'm doing here. And this is how I play. And this is a video about how I play Cassard as well. I mean, you're really much a gearing. I mean, I'm not engaging too much. And if I do see a shema, I'm going to shoot at it. The guns, as you can see right here, are the Marceau kind of guns. There's slight, I don't know what it is, but there's a slight difference to them. I can't put my finger on it. Somebody explained that they're not necessarily quite Marceau guns, but they seem to fire just like them. The stats indicate the same trajectories, maybe a slight difference in horizontal dispersion, or sorry, vertical dispersion on the stats. It shows a very minimal difference, but just a slight difference there. The guns, of course, there's only 3 sets of them, and they don't reload as quick as Marceau guns do. So you can see I have a 3.5 second reload time on them, while Marceau gets slightly lower, maybe 3.1. And so not really much a difference there. I mean, there are kind of similar Marceau guns, but they just, I don't know, something about them. Again, I don't have, now the biggest obvious reason is I don't have 4 of them. I only have 3. So then this is not a gunboat, okay? But it can, you know, use them to fend off pesky little Shimas in here and there, but I would not go toe-to-toe with a full gunboat like a Marceau, right? So that's the thing. Because the Cassard also has, I believe, the French, French saturation. Again, someone had told me that. I'm going off of when it was first released knowledge. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Is there that the Marceau, what's it called? The French saturation? If there is, let me know. But I think there is, because that's the gimmick, right? Oh wait, will I get this torpedo? Yep, there it is. Boom, splash 1, Shimakaze. Just got nailed by the torpedoes, and that is literally the demonstration of the power of the torpedoes. And this is how I play it. I mean, you notice I'm not really a gunboat going out there, you know, blasting people with the guns. Ooh, watch this. Ooh, whoa, right there. Look at that. This thing can maneuver. So it is a fairly decent maneuverable ship. I mean, it's kind of like a gearing play style, where I'm literally just using my, you know, not great detection of 6.1, which is not bad, but not good either. I mean, when you got shimikazes that can go down to 5.6 and gearing's down to 5.9 and so forth, or even lower with leg mod. Yeah, the Cassard essentially is that kind of similar playstyle. I'm not really going out there engaging with guns. I'm literally using the torpedoes. Now let's go back to the bread and butter of this thing. Now, if you want to see the guns here, it's 12.6 kilometer range, which is decent, but I'm not shooting them. 21 millimeter pin, great. 800 meters per second, slow guns. So 127 millimeter, again, similar like a gearing kind of / Marceau guns, but I'm not going out there being a Marceau, and I'm not there spamming HE. I'm really there, like I said, the torpedoes are already reloaded back for playful fun here. And you can see I'm launching 6 per side, and it's really these 76 knot torpedoes that are really just devastating. I mean, I'm telling you, they really do a pack a wallop. And I don't know what it is. I mean, these things are just hard to detect or whatever. Even though there's 7-second reaction time, they still do what I need them to do, which is really just constant spamming. Look, my torpedoes are already bound to a minute cooldown already after launching the first 12 right here. So, like I said, this is a great torpedo boat playstyle, if that's kind of your fancy right there, because I kind of like this gearing playstyle nowadays where I've got guns if I need it, but I'm not so helpless and desperate if somebody finds me like a Shima. That's why I don't like playing Shima, because if I do get detected or spotted by another DD, my guns are there, but they're not as the reloads that I want. I want to at least have a sub 3 to 2 second reloads, and that they hard hitting and can do things. And especially, I also have this engine boost that is pretty awesome as well. Because this thing is so dang slow, I can only go about the standard 36 knots. If you want to take a look at it, the speed is essentially a standard gearing / American destroyer speed, about 36 knots-ish. But when you put this speed boost in, then you get up to that 45, 46 knot speed. Now, this lasts, if you build for about 2 minutes, almost 117 seconds, about 2 minutes almost. The speed boost is there for enjoyment, but it really, man, it's not all the time. Like, you don't get the 45 knot standard speed of a Kleber or Marceau, right? Which is a little disappointing. I don't like that. I like to be a fast French destroyer. But now you're kind of just like back with the regular boys, right? You're a 36 knot standard destroyer, and I don't like that. But again, if that's not your play style, that's totally fine. And like I said, this thing is literally just a torpedo. Now, I notice I'm only at 3/4 speed a majority time of this thing, because I'm not really going out there trying to run my head off, or, fire with my head cut off, going like berserk. I'm literally there as a spotter, doing destroyer things, and this can be some kind of boring gameplay. It literally is, and maybe that's why. And you guys let me know, why do you think the Cassard is so, I would say, disliked? Because nobody plays it. I don't see it anywhere other than me. Or maybe once in a blue moon, maybe in randoms. I don't see it in ranked. I don't see it in competitive. I don't see it anywhere. It's almost like this ship fell off the cliff, kind of like the Delny. I have not seen the Delny in literally years. Even though it's in my port, I am tempted to take it out and try it out, but the Kabarov says so much better. But that's another video for another day. And you can see the torpedoes right here. I mean, yeah, they go out, they scare people away, and that's it. I mean, you are literally an area denial destroyer, and I don't know what else to say other than this is kind of boring. That's probably why people don't play it. Man, what do you guys think? I mean, the torpedoes are hard-hitting and fun. They do. I mean, come on. Look at this. They start with 24,267. That's a lot of damage, okay, if you get it up close and personal. And then, of course, it ticks down as you go. And even then, as it ticks down, it's still a lot of damage you inflict on. So, I don't know. So, let's see a little technique. Again, this is how I play Cassard. I'm literally out there spotting. I'm not shooting, not revealing my position. I still got my full health. Again, this is why it's so boring. Let's see here. Let's see if we speed up and try to find somebody. Okay, so we're going to go in area denial, this area group. Ooh, look at that. Okay, Wisconsin. Okay, here's a demonstration of the torpedo power right here. Unsuspecting, battleships and everything sailing straight forward. And you got 2 racks. You notice I'm just doing these 360s where it gives me full range of all my torpedoes. So I'm literally just going like a drone in an orbit, capping, just spinning around in circles, firing these torpedoes. And let's take a look at what these torpedoes can do. Now, notice the Wisconsin's full speed right here. And look, even if we just get 1 or 2, 1, 2, 17 to 14,000 damage. That's nothing to gawk at. It's a lot of damage off of a battleship. Now he's got 12,000 he can only play with now. And oh my gosh, look, he's got 6 more torpedoes coming his way. And oh, this will basically be the death blow to him. I mean, he has no reaction time. He has no hydro. He has nothing. So, yep, he sees him now. He's turning, but it's too late. Boom. That took 11,000 off him. See, 11,000 just enough to kill the guy. I mean, that was 3 to 4 torp hits. Yeah, 3 torp hits. And that took him out. So, again, the the torpedoes, not the Gawk Eye. These are super powerful. And let's take a look at the battle here while we're waiting to go kill the pesky CV here. CV sitting in the back. What is the deal with all these players sitting in the back these days? Look, you're in a Maine and a Hanover, 2 super battleships that are going to cost you credits and money. You're not going to make money playing these ships, okay? They're sitting in the back, and 3 caps are taken. I don't know what's going on with the state of World of Warships, and I guess the biggest answer people have always said is, oh, because it's a new player base. I get it. Then why don't the player base play? I mean, they haven't played the game long enough to realize, to stay in the back. I don't get it. When I first played the game, I was just like full rush into caps. I just hit the W key and just started playing. I just wanted to enjoy the game. I can't seem to find a reason why I would enjoy the game sitting in the back sailing. I mean, this is World of Warships, right? Not World of Sailing cruise ships. Help me if I'm wrong, but I'm just venting here. I'm just trying to understand, because the majority of the past 2 weeks that I've played, now the holidays have brought more people out to play, but I've noticed, again, the majority of players, although there are more during the holidays, it seems that they're all sitting in the back. There are blowout games everywhere, both for me on both sides of the aisle, where I'm on the receiving end and I'm also on the giving end. And it seems like, 3 caps are always taken, and all the ships are in the back. Whether it be on the red team or the green team, it doesn't matter. And here's a demonstration of the torpedoes. I kind of give the first salvo to see what he does, and the last salvo, I'm just waiting. Yep. It's hard to kill a Cassard and Marceau because of the French saturation. Again, I don't know if that's true for the Cassard. I feel like it is, because I haven't been getting killed that many. And boom, that's satisfying and victory right off the bat. Devastating strike combat skull. Look at the power of what the Cassard can do up close and personal. And that, again, that's Club Bear torpedoes / Marceau kind of play style. It's pretty awesome. Now, again, it's a powerful ship. I don't know why people don't play it. It is another torpedo destroyer. I mean, look, I created 126,000 killing a CV. 3 kills. Holy crap. AA's trash like always. Don't bother playing the AA. Devastating combat skull. Look, I was just out there doing my job. I spotted the team. I mean, if you want to take a look at why spotting damage is so important, look at that. Potential damage, 1 million people shot at me, and then I spotted 160,000 damage. I mean, that's what you're supposed to do as a torpedo destroyer, right? I did exactly what it was advertised to do. Eagle, Wisconsin, Shimakaze killed with torpedoes. I mean, literally, I dominated the entire one flank. And number 1, look at that. I didn't do much, and yet I'm number 1. And I did almost, holy crap. I mean, yeah, it's not realistic. I doubled my lowest player, and also, holy crap, 6 times the amount of the lowest player over there, Buffalo, and here 9. Okay, that's sad. Anyways, let's take a look at one more video. I'll explain while we finish it, wrap it up here, and I'll show you the build at the end of the video. All right, here's another video with Cassard. That'll be my final one for this one. But basically, again, another carry, another submarine, all this cancer in the game right now. But man, whatever. Let's get to it. So again, why is Cassard? And I'll play this a little bit more aggressive in this video because, let's take can it push a little bit more inward, like a Gearing or say the American destroyers or maybe even Shimakaze. But this is kind of like using the guns a lot more in this video. And you can see that, yeah, there are similar Marceau characteristics here, but you're just lacking one gun. Oh, and I have to mention one more thing about the guns. Is the fact that the middle turret, number 2, as you can see right there, it is 360. So notice how I'm always going left and right. It's always forward-facing. Yeah, it can swivel 360 all the way around. So it's really good for that reason. How the back turret has to, do its rotation 180 going the other direction. If you do it, see, you could see as I turn here, the back turret has to go back all the way around. So it is cool that the fact that the front 2 turrets will always be forward-facing, which is pretty nice if you are pushing something like this a little bit more aggressive. The only reason I'm pushing in is because I have a Smolensk with me. So I would take a Smolensk into a fight any day. He can smoke up. There's not much radar in this game. Again, always analyze the battlefield first before you engage, right? So you know what you're going up against. Okay, so we got Deering here. Hopefully he runs into the torpedoes, but unfortunately he doesn't. He pops smoke, as we always normally do in a Deering. Deering is actually a good pusher because of the quick smokes and the gun reloads, so it's very good there. Now, he should have fired at me. Unfortunately, now he's either being radar, by a Des Moines, so it's very bad on his part, not knowing that there's a Des Moines in the area, so that's why I always recommend get the Aslane's mod that shows you the shroud on the minimap for radar, so you can have a better situational awareness of where to be as a destroyer. If I was at Deering, I would have not pushed in knowing that there was Des Moines in the area and not knowing exactly where he's at, because you don't want to push into a radar as a gunboat destroyer with smoke, because you're just asking to be ambushed, right? So that's one good technique to understand there. That's the reason why I pushed in, because I noticed on their team, they have no radars. So knowing that one little crucial piece of information there will definitely change your playstyle as a destroyer. It's just something so simple, but yet a lot of people ignore that, right? Now look what I'm doing here. I'm doing what gearing slash, quiet destroyers do. I'm literally just going in to cap the spot like I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to take over a cap. I'm going to provide area denial with torpedoes, and I'm going to spot for my team as well, because I'm the most forward-facing guy in the center of the map right now. And notice nobody's at alpha cap. Nobody's spotting over there because I believe, what happened to our spotting over there? Oh, we don't have a destroyer over there. There's only, what? There are 4 of us. Where are the other 2 destroyers? Oh, the other Shimikaze's in my cap. He's in here with me. So don't know what that Shima player's doing. Gearing at least is out there on the eastern side. Okay, look at the minimap here. Gearing is at least doing his job. He's out here hunting the destroyer and spotting for the team on the east. Shima, I don't know why he's following me. He should have been over at Alpha, and I'm doing the center. I'm now going to take Charlie cap because Regalo can't do it. So again, I'm going to push into Charlie. Now here's the problem right here. I have a Colombo. I thought he was going to hide behind the island. Unfortunately, he's full speed right here, the green circle. So I know I'm going to have to basically get the hell out of Dodge here and turn hard right. So I'm looking at this island. I don't want to get caught up on the island. I'm going to go hard right, full speed, away from this guy, and I'm going to turn as soon as I see a plume of smoke. See, as soon as I see smoke, hard right turn. Yep, hard right. Here he comes. Here he comes. Smoke. And please don't take this. Ouch. 5,000 damage from sap shells. It's pretty bad. But I know I was going to break detection at 6.1. That's a good thing about, Cassard. At least it's 6.1 detection. It could be better. I would like the gearings 5.9 or even lower. But again, this is what you're left with the French DDs. This is the best you can get out of French DDs for me. Normally, French DDs, like Colbert is out to 7 and change. Marceau is at 7. Mogador is at 7. Plus, this is the best concealment you can get out of a French destroyer. Unless I'm wrong, let me know if there's a French DD out there that I don't know about. But yeah, it's pretty decent. It's like gearing levels of concealment for me. Unfortunately, no smoke. So if you are dependent upon smoke gameplay, this is not the destroyer for you, because you are really relying on your speed and concealment to get out of bad situations here. But notice, again, like I'm just doing all these little 360s here, maximizing performance of torpedoes. Notice the gunner. Now, if I could build for the guns, I take it back. I could build in slot 6 for the modules. If I built for guns, you can get this down to maybe Marceau levels of reloads. Unfortunately, you have bad turret angles on the back turret right there, and you only have 3 guns, so you're not going to get the same DPM as you would Marceau. You're pretty much, funny enough, you're along the lines of Lucian HE DPM reloads, because Lucian's only has 2 guns, but yet high reload rates. You have 3 guns here, but yet they do a little bit more damage. So I don't know. The stats on this thing are weird, but again, you don't build for this ship for guns because it's focused on torpedoes. The guns are there if you need to fend off a Shima or a basic attack right here. So notice we got RPF. I noticed somebody's capping Bravo. RPF is in front of me. We're going to take the fight to the enemy right here. We're going to see where he's at. Yep, there was that daring earlier. So I think I can go one-on-one on this daring now with only 10k health, because by the time he pops his smoke, it's going to take a while for him to slow down. So let's see if we can get as much damage as we can. Notice the HE is doing its job. See, this is why the guns are built for the low health DDs that you got to finish off. That's all it's there for, okay? Nothing like a Marceau picking off guys one-on-one. Here we go. Can we get the final shot here? And we do. Look at that. There's the power of Cassard on the taking out little pesky little destroyers one-on-one that are trying to take a cap. So again, the guns are nothing to gawk at, but they are not designed to go spam for long periods of time. They're there really just to brush off the flies and get out of dodge. All right, so let's take a look. What are we going to do as our team starts losing players? Okay, notice that we are losing players a little bit faster in this game. Look, we're losing another one. We lost a gearing, so now they're going to rely on our ability to spot and torp and do things to mop up the game. This is what a good destroyer that reacts to the situation on the battlefield. You have to know the situation to honestly make the best decisions for your team. So let's hear. What can we do? We're a torpedo French DD. What can we do as a French DD? Now notice we could, okay, there's something out to the northwest of us at Alpha. So it might be the Shima or the submarine. Not really sure. So we're going to keep our... Look at that. The Ohio is still looking at the Vermont. So the guns are facing in our direction. We don't like that. So if we get spotted, he can just slap us right there. We don't want... Oh, wait. Our RPF switch over here. What is this? What is out front of us? Who is this submarine? Bad submarine. Okay, let's use the guns. This is where here's this demonstration of the guns here. Let's see if we can take out... I hate submarines so bad. Okay, I don't damage con right away. Oh, I have to damage con. Oh, goodness gracious. Way to go, Vermont. Okay, so I damage con the fire because Ohio is looking at me. And crap, Ohio is firing at us. Why the submarines are at? I mean, the torpedo submarine torpedoes just went by us. That's why damage con. I didn't want them home on me. But here's the problem, though. If I get hit by these secondaries, which Ohio has secondaries, are still awesome by their very good accuracy. That's why you got to shimmy, shimmy, shake, shake, left and right. And he still fired at us. How did we get spotted? Ouch! Look at that. Look at how much damage that causes. Man, I'm telling the Ohio player, kudos to you for taking that last shot. That could have saved the game right there. Had he that shot taken us out right there, the game would have been lost. Because you're going to see what's going to happen in the next few seconds here, or a few minutes. So we're going to go in, and we got RPF locating the Ohio, so nobody else is over here. Shimakazu is probably running to the north. We're going to go in and cap Alpha. See, I'm telling you, had that Ohio player killed us, he wouldn't have had to come and deal with us right here. Because look what's going to happen now. Because the Ohio didn't kill us, but, man, that was a lucky shot. I don't know what that Ohio player did, but that is a brutal shot. He either shot, I think we were spotted for a second. I don't know how he spotted us, but spotted us for a second, took that blind shot right into the darkness, and he hit us for that much damage. If he had killed us right there, that would have been the game. But notice how we're going to win this game for our team just by slow roll gameplay here. We're going to launch the last set. This time I'm going to launch right on the inside if he slows down or turns in. The first set will take him if he goes full speed, right? But no, he turned and he slowed down a little bit. And this final set will hopefully nail this guy at 24,000 HP on Ohio. Remember, the Ohio is tough to kill, especially with those quick cooldowns on heals and the just improved heals that it has already. And holy crap. And he takes out the Vermont. Oh, no, the other Vermont takes out our Vermont. And we got to take this guy out, otherwise we lose. Come on, one torpedo. Just need one torpedo. Okay, he has 17k damage, and boom, look at that. 17k, 1739. That one torpedo there was just enough to take out a 17,000 health Ohio, which helped us out so freaking much right there. And look at that. 3 caps, 2 ships left, and I think we can do this. Let's take a look. Yodo. Yep, not sure what Yodo's going to do in this situation, and we're going to spot for our Regolo here. Look at that. Look at that. Regolo takes him out with sap guns right there. Way to go. We did our job right there. Spotting for Regolo. Now we have the Vermont. So all that's left is Vermont right here, and yep, he's going to chase down our Smolensk, which is okay in a sense. I mean, we are winning by a significant amount of points here. Disregard the timer up top there. The points are flipped reverse for the gimmick. The glitch. So, yep, look at these torpedoes. Look at how I'm turning. Like, very good turning angles, very good torpedo angles. I mean, this thing is really, really good for that reason. And let's see, we'll speed it up here, and we're going to take back the cap. Yep, we have all the caps, and now we can just go YOLO run on the Vermont. Let's take a look at how this thing YOLOs, all right? Now, that's why I saved the engine boost at the end. You can see how fast the engine boost will speed me up. Now, notice my max speed right now is about 36-ish knots, right? See what Regolo can do. Can you do your torpedo YOLO run? Yeah, we figure we're about to win this. Only 30 points from winning right there. Let's see, did he launch any torpedoes? Oh, no, he rammed. And that only did so much damage, so... Oh, wow, Vermont got a Kraken. Good job there. Hey, Vermont, way to go. You got a Kraken on a ram. All right, here we go. Here's the power of the torpedoes. There's my engine boost, getting up to 44 knots-ish. And secondaries get us, but it's okay. This should be more than enough to kill. And boom. Like I said, Cassard, not that bad of a destroyer. It's pretty darn awesome. So freaking powerful for torpedoes. I don't know why people don't play it. I just don't get it. Is it because of this lack of smoke, or is this French DD style? I don't get it. But 3 kills. We capped 2 points. We spotted for our team. We defended. We captured. What more do you want? I mean, look at it, number 1 on the team again. I mean, it functions. You can take a lot of potential damage near that 1 million. I told you, if you get 1 million potential damage, you are considered annoying. But yes, this does have French saturation. I just looked it up. The Cassard has French saturation. Really darn awesome there. Torpedoes are stupid. Don't even bother with... I'm sorry, not torpedoes. The AAs trash on all destroyers nowadays with the gimmicks and everything. Now they're giving CVs. Flammo did a video about how AA mechanics are stupid and work for the CV. But yeah, I mean, it does its job. I mean, I don't know why people don't play Cassard. Let me know what you think. So let's take a look at just some of the builds here. Let's go back to port. Okay, so we're look at Cassard here. So Cassard, well, it's a pretty ship. It's not bad. I mean, the guns are like Marceau's there. The torpedo racks are on both sides. They only launch 3 per torpedo, so you get 6 on each side, and you got to spin the boat around to get all 12 fish in the water. But you can see it's got the back 2 turrets. That one turret right here is a 360 turret, and it just lacks out one. If it had one more turret, man, this thing would be awesome. I mean, replace this AA gun with a turret, and man, you are literally a Marceau with torpedoes. Holy crap. But you notice the guns are similar to Marceau. 3. I've only built for 3.5 seconds, so 808 meters per second. I mean, let's take a look at Marceau's. Yeah, pretty similar. Just the dispersion, vertical dispersion is slightly different, but it's got more DPM, just a little bit more DPM on the Marceau with the extra set of guns. See, why can't I build it like this? Look, it's almost identical. Like, just replace the AA gun with this turret. Oh my gosh, Cassard would be just literally powerful if that was the case. But of course, they didn't do it. Now, of course, the reload I didn't build for. You can take a look at my build here. I built for torpedoes because I wanted the extra 15 seconds of reload time, and of course, you get the fish in the water, a little bit 5%, speed. Survivability is, like I said, French saturation only 25,000. Not bad. It's okay. And this is all it gets. This is basic destroyer gameplay. Just a damage con and speed boost. My gosh. I mean, that's all it has. Here's that gimmick we were talking about. Most effective against armored targets. Dodging. Yeah. Here we go. Torpedoes can inflict on maximum damage at short ranges. So the maximum damage threshold is up to 13.5 kilometers. Once that is the minimum it'll get at 13.5. You get the maximum at, of course, I believe it's 8 kilometers. That you get the maximum damage, and it starts ticking down after that. Again, take a look at it. I'm not going to go into the mechanics of it. It's just realize the closer you're in, the more damage you can do at shorter ranges. Obviously, you could see I did that YOLO run on the Vermont, so you do the maximum damage there. And then, of course, as it gets out to 13.5, it ticks down. Someone, I think, mentioned that 8 kilometers begins ticking down to its minimum damage at 13.5. So that's the gimmick there. Take it for what it's worth. I don't care about the mechanics of it. I just care about the gameplay. Those minuscule numbers don't really matter to me. Now, here it is. Here's how I built the Cassard. This is the best I could really do with it. Notice I didn't build for any guns, but the guns were... I've tried to build for guns, and they don't seem to really do much, honestly, with only... You can see at those terrible angles for the back turret, and you only get 3 turrets, so you're not getting the full possibility of a Marceau. You're only getting kind of half of it. So building for guns doesn't really do me much right there, and they're just there to fend off like minor engagements. But really, I wanted to see how I can get these torpedoes to the maximum reload possible, and they're only about 91 seconds. So you're kind of like... A minute and a half is still a long time for me. When you got torpedo boats out there like Benhams and all these other things that can get down to minute reloads, man, I don't know. Building for this torpedo reload is the best I can get is 90 seconds. That's pretty not really good for me. I like to have lower reloads. But anyway, oh yeah, there it is. Look at the reload. You can see at the bottom right there, maximum damage threshold up to 7 kilometers. So up to 7, you get the maximum damage there. And then from 7, it begins ticking down at a certain rate to 13.5. So I was wrong, not 8, but I guess according to this looking at it right here, it's 7. But yeah, here's my build for Cassard. Again, not building for guns, building strictly for torpedoes. And they're 76 knots, 7.4 reaction time. Not bad. Okay, so I like having RPF on there to know where the enemy's at. I use that as a torpedo boat so I can launch in the direction of the RPF because I can't see anybody. I have to at least know if I'm going to blind fire torpedoes in a direction, at least launch them in a direction I can see the closest threat to be. So that's why I put RPF, and I don't really need any other builds. That's why I negate the guns. I don't use guns that much, and of course, I don't need to build for speed of the torpedoes. They're already 76 knots. 76 knots is pretty good enough for me, but... Anyways, that's the build for Cassard. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. As always, like, subscribe, bell button below. Appreciate all the supporters of the channel. If you like what we're doing here, give us a thumbs up. And as always, hope you are enjoying well. Happy New Year to all you guys. We're back. We're at it. We're going to play some more. Clan Battles is in full swing. Of course, as always, might be running down to the final days of it. But here's Cassard in a nutshell. I do recommend it. I don't know why people don't play it. It's pretty darn awesome. It's very beautiful, by the way. It's a gorgeous ship, and as always, hope you guys are doing well. And if you see me out there, say hello. And as always, take care, be safe. Cheers.